Let's turn now to France 24's Iris Makler, who's coming to us live from Jerusalem. Iris, the Israeli government to vote these measures into law. What's the latest?
The latest is, as usual, confusion. 4 hours before the lockdown is due to begin, final terms are still being negotiated. For example, most workplaces will be shut, but there has just been an exemption negotiated, we understand, for people who work in the high-tech industry. But let's take a step away from them. Most people will be staying at home. They can only go a kilometre from their homes. Public transport will be shut, including the airport, which shuts today at 2. So people are really locked into Israel. They will be able to go to synagogue on Yom Kippur, so there's an exemption for that. That's one public gathering that will be allowed, but people will not be allowed to demonstrate except in their local area of 1 kilometre from their house. And that is definitely intended to attack the demonstrations outside the Prime Minister's residence, which have been taking place every week for 3 months now. So we see a confused but very restricted picture here as Israel goes into the holiest day of the year this weekend, Sunday night, Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement.
Now, let's just talk about Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu there. He's really come under fire for his handling of the pandemic.
Yes, he has. In taking this step and going for this very severe lockdown, he was in opposition to advice from the coronavirus commissioner, who said such a severe lockdown was not really necessary or demanded right now. It might be later, but not right now. Also, health officials, health department officials, and also finance officials. So all of that together has made Netanyahu say, I'm doing this and I'm taking this. It's my decision. I've heard their advice and I'm ignoring it because we are in such a bad situation. I think one of the things he's looking at, for example, is that 700 doctors on Monday had the coronavirus. By Wednesday, that number was 1,700. So that's medical staff. And I know that Israel is paying a price for years of underfunding its health service, but all the chickens come home to roost at the same time. Nevertheless, opposition leaders have criticised him for his sloppy mishandling of this issue, saying it's entirely politically motivated. So we see Israel very confused and very tense ahead of this lockdown that starts in 4 hours' time.
Okay, Iris Makler, we'll have to leave it there. Iris Makler there reporting to us from Jerusalem.